going to be reviewing my tournament games today. Um, it's my first game against like a 1700 kid. I look, he's not even supposed to be in the category. Um, there's a special section for failures and under, but he was here. He was in the open category, so I kind of had to play. I got paired against him first round. That game, this was a painful game. This game lasted like 2 hours. Even though it's a rapid game, it lasted 2 hours, which is very unfortunate. Even if for I thought about what to play. I could have played like e5, gone into some sort of like I don't know. He was probably gonna play the Italian from what I saw in his games. He played like bishop c4 and stuff. Bishop c4 and not knight g5, but d3, c3. I didn't I didn't really care, so I played this. Got a Rossalimo, look, this is the better move. This is the more modern move. This is the kind of older move that people like to play, but this bishop just sucks. Uh, this is the better move. You want to go e5, cannot d6, you gotta have the open b file. Um, so he went d3, which okay, b7. My c3 was odd. Could have gone e5. I should have gone e5 right away, but big queen c7 first. This is a move you like in these positions where you play e takes because it supports d5, d6, and supports the third rank, second rank. So you play these very often. Um, Playing bishop e3. I play d6, defending the pawn. Here he went h3, and I was like, don't I have rook b8? Um, so I went rook b8. This, I'm justifying this bishop's departure. Can't play here because rook takes b2. With this, so can't you can't take this. You have to go like d4 or something. That's bad. You can't really go there. He castled after a long time. He spent like 10 minutes on this. Um, I mean, if I don't take, what am I gonna do? So I took, went here. Better was probably e5 because you want to undermine this. You want to block out the bishop, and d takes, and maybe bishop, not bishop takes. Something like I don't know. Maybe you just develop now because this is a dumb pawn structure. So I'm up 2 pawns, but engine says it's equal. It's very very interesting. He went here. It took e5. I did not see this textbook. I didn't see this book. I'm lucky that this works out, but I did not see knight d5. Um, I was looking at just bishop e3, then I was gonna go like a, and he would have a position. I'd go knight f6. I'd be up a pawn. And have more central control, and I have a open file. Maybe knight f6 right away is better. Maybe you just keep the rook here. Make it hard to develop. You just cast right away. It's probably better, but no, I had to take. There's no other move. Takes. So he gets the exchange, but I get 2 pawns. So here I was thinking about f5, which the engine likes, but I was like, in the future f3 comes and bishop a3 comes. My king is a move for the castling, which I did not like. I went knight f6, a3, castles, and here this was an odd move. I get that he wants to open this up, but you know, the knight stops pressuring this pawn, stops fighting for inside squares, stops fighting for c4. I just thought c4 made a lot more sense here. Trying to go c5, probably not c5. c5 is probably too bad. Yeah, but I was gonna go like I was probably gonna go bishop b7. Just try like b6 and e3 and stuff. Just gradually, slowly pushing my central pawn check. But you need to stop the center. The center is too much for black here. Rook 1 d5. I considered this. Just giving up another exchange. Now I'm down 2 exchanges. He has 2 rooks, I have 2 bishops, but look at this. This is white. Black would be white would be suffocating here. Thought about this. Thought like there's no rush. Just go rook d and then d5. Here he went bishop b4. Just looking for bishop a5. Hoping I'll ponder this. Here I consider queen b7 and queen c4. Settle on queen c4 because being a tempo can't be bad. Queen a3, which I think is this whole playing with this and this. I think is too slow. You need to go c4 here. Shows a lack of experience, but the kid was very good. Spotting knight d5 was good, but he didn't evaluate best maybe. Knight a5. I didn't want to go like here because c4. I thought about queen b5, but instantly rejected it. And then I thought about this, but this doesn't work. Knight c6 works. So I just went here. Goes back, trying to set this up. This was kind of a hope chess here. He had low time, which I guess is just he had like he made this move with like 10 seconds on the clock. I'm going to say. I just went rookie because avoiding this queen e2, and here I made a bit of a dumb move. I underestimated queen h5, hitting my rook. So I went knight h5, and he goes queen b5, attacking my rook and the pawn. I could just go back, but I was like, also after queen b8, I was like, I didn't like this. But now the interest is queen d7, and you get this. This is better apparently. Markov way better, but whatever. I just went queen d7. He should probably again try to go it here. Like he needs counterplay. He does not go c4. He has nothing. But he took a little time. Okay, d1. Knight f4. I should have gone d4. Should have gone d4. This game would have been much simpler here, and I played a stupid move. Played the dumb move. I played here. Just glossed over the fact that this is hanging. That's just everything is winning. We should be 5. Probably have to give up the exchange or something. Not here. Where you probably rescue your own bishop. What is up bad? You get something like this, but it's rook c8. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna attack this, but now it's a draw. Now it's equal. Rook c7 was not the best build though. I thought just this. You monitoring this pawn was best. I would go on f5, rook c6, queen h7. Okay, but I didn't go for this. He didn't go for this, but now e3. Now my pawn is very dangerous. He played this, which I knew was bad. I knew this was bad. You can't take because like here and e2, and this is coming, so you lose here. Um, so can can't take the pawn, which is can't take the pawn. Why did you go rook c7? So he went rook e1, but thought a bit, but you have to cover these squares, and the king is weak. The king is very weak here. So I found here and here, and just lose this. There's you can't move because e2 and you can't stop it. You can't break king f2. It's lost. So king f1. It took, which I guess was inaccurate. Engine wants this and this, which yeah, I should have spotted. Thought about e2, but thought about bishop c4, and I was like, why would I do this? So I didn't find that. I went here, here, here. I wasn't sure that this was winning, but probably it's, it's very hard to hold practically. And one immediately made a mistake. This is not very good. And yeah, my h pawn is just faster, so I went e3 here. Commodity responds, and here's some of the dumbest moves ever happen. I go rook b4. Rook b4 is really stupid. Rook b4 is really dumb. Like just go here and here. Nobody can stop you. Like black can't push either of these pawns. They're not advanced enough. So just push. Well, yeah, just here he goes b6, which is pretty cool. I can't take because rook h6, and I blunder here. I play king g7, which loses. I mean, it doesn't lose, but it loses my advantage because of rook h5. Rook b5's coming. G5 is coming. So if I take here, then rook b5, and if I take here, then rook g5, and he wins my pawn. And this is not winning. But he went rook h4, is which is not winning because f5, and your rook's not dumb. a5, b5, rook b5 is decent, and here I missed something. After a6, I thought it was draw. This is still winning. g3. Don't take either. You you give away this was insane. I did not even think about it, g3, frankly. And the point is you just go king f3 and it's mate. I thought about, advancing the king, but I did not know it was so important, so I just took here. Now the game's a draw. Now the game's drawn. It has a nice stalemate trick here. Look at stalemate. But it's drawn like no matter what I do, as long as the rook is on the G file. So that was that. I ended up drawing here, which was really demoralizing because it was a long game. I had to fight I play well, didn't play badly. First tournament game in like 3 years. Um, but just some Very silly tactical oversights here. But okay, that was that game. Now, you know, now I'm paired against a lower opponent, opponent that's 0 out of 1. Because, I don't know, they were generous. They felt bad for me. They gave me this guy. Okay, before the tournament, I just said, I'm not gonna play E4. I'm not gonna touch E4. So I just played E4. C6, I don't like playing against the Caro-Kann that much for Slav positions. I play the quiet Slav, which is very venomous. I prefer it over 11 like the semi-Slav because eh, I could go for the Alexis Shirov in those lines, like here, like something like this. Could go for the Shiro Shabalov, but I was like, I don't know these lines that well, so. And God knows this position when it happened, you would become like bishop e7. Because g4 still works, but you go to bishop g4, h3, here the main line is bishop h5. And you go here, here, and d4 and queen b3 and stuff. Not queen b3. Not queen b3, but knight e5. Knight b7, h4. Oh, and it's very pleasant, but he took here, which is okay. But here, traded, and here he castled. I went g4 very quickly. Because I was like, I was just like, let's go. This is a weaker opponent, so let's just try to beat this guy immediately. Um, and he didn't play the West well this way. He should play c5. Absolutely play this move. Or if not, then like he takes c. If you see that you're going to be attacked on the flanks, you gotta strike in the center. c5, g5, knight e. Now knight f7. Oh, this is better when I'm looking into these squares. We would have had a game. But probably would have kept my king. I would have. Maybe I would take and then castle. But yeah. But you, you know, you here I predicted this move in f6. He's like, I'm scared of the attack, but now the queen's a big target for the attack. Um, okay, e5 and stuff. We went queen e7 back, which I guess makes sense. But then why did you go queen f6? Here, I thought about king b1. I was scared. It was this was a pawn, right? This was a pawn, but I was not sure that I was happy, which is silly because I'm just up a pawn, like, and my attack is still existing. Should have gone for not played f4 maybe. But f4 is not bad. It took like b6 was a bit weird. Queen f, and here is my big first mistake. Should have gone h4. Thought about h4, but I didn't play it because I was like, let me justify this queen's dumb position with this just this not scary, not scary. We're just going to win like in my finals, not five, but like it's so difficult to defend. Should have gone for h4. It probably just because he doesn't have to react as a tank. Um, here and when I saw this F file open up, I was like, well, you gotta put a stop immediately, which makes no sense. Really no sense. Okay, here. Just trading. The rook takes. We traded every rook. Now he played this, which is um. I thought about this. You know, looking to get in these squares. I should have gone for this, but I also queen f7, queen f7, queen g7. But you know, this is just a much better endgame because my knight is much better than these. I should have gone for this, absolutely. Um, Layer knight e4, which loses basically all advantage. Now the game's just drawn. Knight f6. Again, I should go queen f4, but uh, I don't know. For some reason, I insisted on queen f3. I guess I was scared of this, but now you can go queen f3 and it's just target. Or you can go like queen g3, and you know, this is just a target. This knight does not belong here. I was like, oh, this is scary. Yeah, g6, which I did see, but you know, now I'm setting up bishop takes g6, so if you do like nothing. G5 first, ignoring g5's existence, I'm threatening like bishop takes. You can't take because fork. So king h7. Here he offered a draw, which I guess makes sense, but you know, play it on because I don't think I can lose this position. I think I'm better, but very slightly. So I just played on. Didn't really want to draw a weaker opponent, even though my rating is technically 1200. Um, Here he played very accurately. Knight of d7, very good move. Getting off g5, trading this good knight takes. Here played queen d7, which I was what? I didn't really understand why he wouldn't go here. Yeah, I would go on g5, just trying to control, but this is just a draw. You know, there's can play on, and I would play on, but there's not a lot to be gained here with so few pieces. Magnus would win, but I'm not Magnus. Okay, I went h5, set g5, which is the reason I went here is because I predicted queen f7 that he would be eager to trade, but I have h6 now. He can't take, and you know, this pawn's an asset. These pawns are fixed on my bishop's color, so any endgame benefits me. I can get to like here, 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 for example. And the pawn's close to queening if I am able to do that. So queen and g3, blinding the trade. There's no infiltration, which is important. And here has one move, really stay in the game, and it's this. Try and go if here, and queen f4, obviously. I would have gone g5, you know. I was gonna go g5 here and try this. His only plan here is this, which I mean, he finds that, he finds that. I'm still better, by the way. Yeah. This game was just me posing problems in an equal position, but and he blundered here. This is a bad move because I get to either infiltrate, you cannot allow, or you know you're passive forever. You can't go here because well you can. I wouldn't take this pawn. I'd go queen e5, e7 maybe, and then just g5. Make a move. Black is very quickly running out of moves, which is the problem here. Um, so yeah, I went here just tiring this rook on a3 to just, I don't know. I thought it makes sense. King f7, Queen e5, looking to get into g7 and h8. He has to go here. This is instructive. Kind of has to. You say like, because this is a threat. After here, trading is bad. I will lose if I trade. I would never trade. Of course. The point is, he doesn't want to go. The point is, um, you know, if he is unable to escape off the F file and he gets checked and loses H7, so he has to go here. He does. Here go Queen G7, maybe, Queen D8, I had King G8, and then I take here. I would take the bishop. Yeah, you would get something like that. So he went D6, and here I went Queen F8 check. Again, taking away squares. You can't go here. Can't go here because Queen F4, it made it. Can't go here because you lose the knight, so you have to go back. And now I made a mistake. I did Queen F4. Not a good move. I should have just gone Queen G7. Queen C7, maybe like Queen E7, but can't really hold on here. And if here, now you did back. Hold on. What is that just G5? Okay. Okay. Now Queen F4, which is a mistake. I just thought after Queen F4, I'm winning the pawn. I'm getting to E5. Which is true. I could have also gotten here. Lead to do the same thing. This would have been simpler. Just gone here, but I made them not active, and then I did this, which is here and here. Took and take one, and this is just drawn king to expose. So I put it here. Bishop goes at f1. F2 you can go to, but you gotta have a check. Here he goes here because he doesn't want this to, to say he goes like f2, that queen 7, like it's me, but you would win the knight. So go good bishop d3, saving the piece. And here he makes an inexplicable move, just knight c8. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't go here. I would still keep on playing, but e5, a3, yeah, 6. I would have noticed that, but something like g5 now. This is bitter. Is this holdable? Maybe, but then nah, I don't think it is. And here just went here, which this is apparently a mistake. Queen c5. Oh yeah, of course. The point is this, obviously. I should have noticed this. I obviously saw bishop takes g6 in many variations, but I didn't see that this forces the trade. I went queen g7. I was like, here taking immediately loses. You should not have took. You should not have taken. You should have maybe like gone here. And now if he's here, then here. But I'm not in a hurry, so I can just here. I have a bit pass pawn. I'm up a pawn at the end of the day, so and after this, it's promoted. Game went on. Well, overall, not a bad win. Um, I had to squeeze water out of stone, basically. It was just an equal position, but I just trusted the fact that I had easier play. My opponent was weaker, so I just won this one. Um, Now for the third game of the day, I mean, I'm at this point I'm exhausted. Like I'm really exhausted. My opponent, very good gentleman, like 23 years old, pulls out play C4, and I'm like, God, I don't like. I thought about going E5. I've been studying E5, but I'm like just too scared to do it. So I went here. Again, I could go A5, C5, G6, E6, have an A6. Yo, I know these lines at least. A these these crazy lines. It's okay, blah 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 blah. I know those lines. I would have gone into those. Um, Here for some reason I don't go D5. I don't know why. After D5, I'm literally better. Maybe out here. Um, I could blame it on exhaustion, but I don't think it's very excusable. So here, and here again, just insist on like just go E5. The king is here. I'd go E5, which is just obvious um nonsense. Goes knight G2, okay here. Um, I had to choose between bishop F8 and bishop C3. I didn't go here because I thought like I'm losing a lot of time and like what am I doing? You know, sometimes when you learn opening somewhere, you just forget about principles. Like what am I doing here? I got nothing. I just took, gaining some time and obviously you should take here. And then I would play like D6, D4 maybe. But you can't go D4 right away. You gotta, yeah, you know, it's a pleasant position for white, where most likely white just is, pushes on the queen side, like D4 or something, A6. Just very pleasant for white here. He went BC3. Yes, his justification is that he wants to take the pawn and also control D4. Because D4 was a big gap if he took with the knight. I was like, okay, D6. And here D4 really surprised me. So first I thought about C5, but um, this would have been okay. Maybe bishop G5, probably not. Like at castles, I probably H6. Just rebuild on the dark squares, but this is most likely a draw. You're probably gonna play F5, but it's very hard to achieve, and so is B5. I could have gone C5, ran B6 apparently, and attack this pawn. Bishop A6, knight C6, knight D5. I should have seen that attacking the pawn was very good. But also, I just thought I just win the pawn. He takes queen takes, like this is one of the worst pawn structures ever. Like this, and I'm just up a pawn. Edges is equal. I don't understand that. You know, um, I don't understand how this could be equal. I'm up a pawn. Not like I have bad development either. Okay, engine is engine. Queen e3, which again surprised me. I was like, what is queen e3? Why not just castle? Queen f3. And I knew like something was going wrong, but I also did something that I should just got my c6, obviously. I went c6. Now knight f4 is there it goes. I lost time. It's knight f4, there is no knight f4. Knight takes. Yeah. And, d5, you perish. used to losing. This is too much. Okay, c6. Should spend more time on this move. E5. I don't. Guess you're pointing out this. You should have gone knight f4, which I did, forget about. I did forget about like this. Oops. Like I forgot. I forgot. Um, you know, now you can play here, like here. White has a pleasant position there, but now I went h6, and I should take him or you know, whatever. I don't think h6 is bad. HB2, knight d7, and here rook fe1, which I knew was bad, because you stop defending f2. So queen b6. The reason I didn't go for queen b6 immediately was um I think like something like I don't remember. I don't know why. Probably I just thought like now what? Now what is knight e c5? I think takes, and you have to defend this, and like this is bad apparently. I did not see this reshuffling of the knights. I went here. Also, I should have gone knight e5 if I was going to make a move like this. But I saw bishop takes g7, and I was like, I don't really know if this is good. My king's open. Although I didn't need to go for this, so I just played knight f6, knight df6. Um, knight h5. Which, again, I know that he's not saying this. He's just not noticing. If he was, he would play like d1. No, not rook d1, because well, he would do something. Knight h5, and I just take here. Now I know I'm better. I'm in the driver's seat here. King rook e2 or queen e2. Then rook e2 is better. Rook on bishop g6 and queen out on like probably taken here and um just gonna c8 or something. But you have queen e2, which now I can't take obviously because here. And also, um the reason I can't take here with takes here is the 8th and my queen's deflected. That's why I didn't go for that, but okay. Play bishop g6 now because I want to move the knight but not lose to back rank mate. So I go here. We went here, which is just very bad because I could have taken here, but I didn't really want to give him the open fire. But I think this just goes. This is not bad. I'm going. Oh yeah. Yeah. C2. I should have gone for this. Okay, this is not a bad move. Good queen 3. I no. I guess. And here I'm threatening rook to e2, but I have to go ahead first. And he just blunders it. Just blunders rook e2. Engine says c5. Engine says c5. Dude, this is lost. Wait. Oh, engine says d takes c6. Are we serious? This is what the engine suggests? Bishop f5, rook e8 check, f7, d8, queen, bishop takes, and this is winning. I'm up 2 pawns. Okay, engine's really. Oops. Yeah, he went rook e1 here, and he did not go c5. He just Uh, I'm defending this, and yeah, this was the cleanest game, even though it was completely clean. 2.5 out of 3. There's 2 more rounds to go tomorrow. We're gonna see what happens. I hope to play someone good and get a good game, but we will see. Uh, that was day 1. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.